Hi folks, this is all the fruits, and in the coastal town of Torre del Mar on the Costa del Sol in southern Spain, there are some quite strange citruses as street trees. I mean, Citrus aurantium, the bitter orange, is quite common in the Mediterranean as a street tree, but this is something totally different. The leaves look a little bit different. The fruits look more like very small citrus sinensis, or like very firm mandarins. Maybe some type of mandarin orange. Most of them are not ripe now in mid-November. And what's even funnier, here and there are aurantium fruits. There is one pretty far up there. See, this one seems to be an aurantium fruit, huge compared to those little ones. Here is another one, and it seems to be just lying on top of a branch. It's not even attached. Or is it? Look at that. So a few aurantium fruits probably growing on this tree, but maybe even somebody threw them up there. I don't know why. I mean, if they had thrown some up there, there would also be some on the ground, because two sticking up there is a little bit improbable, and not a single one splashing on the ground. Also, why are there two different fruits here? Okay, a lot of citrus trees are being grafted. And if this thing has been grafted on the aurantium, or even the aurantium has been grafted on it, okay, it's possible. But those two big fruits seem to be growing big and corrugated. They seem to be growing on the same branches as the smaller, rounder, firmer fruits. I mean, sometimes you find strange citruses here on the Costa del Sol. In Malaga, there is a street with calamansi. In Nerja, there is a square with big, interesting lemons, which I should check out. But this here is the strangest so far. There are only 5 trees in this section of this Avenida Dr. Marañón. No citruses in this section. It looks almost like there are no citruses in the other section, but those here, they look pretty much the same, man. Like small sinensis. I mean, it could be sinensis, which is just small because it hasn't been watered a lot. On this one now I don't see a single aurantium looking fruit. Here, by the way, there is something with similar fruits growing inside this gated community. However, the fruits seem more flat and the leaves seem to be more pointy. See this? I'm so bad at citrus. Well, here the other. Well, let's try one of the riper fruits. It came off easily enough. Pretty orange smell, but the orange is so bitter. Yeah, sorry for the spitting noises, but pale inside. Sour and with a distinct orange flavor, but not sure if it's more like a pretty sour sinensis or a non-incredibly sour aurantium. Also, here the leaves are a lot more elongated than on the first tree. Strange. Here the last tree in this row. Some fruits look even more ripe, but now I've had enough bitter rind for now. Also, a bunch of fruits have fallen off or have been ripped off. I can see the stalks, the attachments. Let's check the first tree, because it looked like it had a lot more oval leaves than those pointy ones here. Yeah, the next section of the street, no orange trees there. Yeah, the first tree has a bit less pointy leaves, some of them even being pretty oval. Here are the petioles. What is this stuff, folks? I don't think those are just tiny sinensis fruit, especially since the two aurantium fruits here are pretty huge. Here are again the 5 trees on Dr. Maragnon, and right next to them at Calle Infantes there are more trees. Yeah, looking pretty similar, considerably bigger, but apart from that, looking very similar, rounded, slightly flat, not very rough like not very irregular like the aurantium fruits, really looking like small sinensis fruits. Same thing here, and more trees there. Usually sinensis is not being used in landscaping because it needs a lot more care than aurantium. Tell me what those fruits are, folks. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful and incredibly fruit-rich Costa del Sol in southern Spain. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.